Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillahi wa kafa, wassalatu wassalamu ala man la nabiyya ba'da wa ba'd. Alhamdulillah, we are now at Surat Al-Baqarah, ayah 187. Now in this particular ayah, Imam Ibn Al-Jawzi, rahimahullah, he starts by saying, quote, "And so let us look at the words of the Exalted One, in which he says, أُحِلَّ لَكُمْ لَيْلَةَ الصِّيَامِ الرَّفَثُ إِلَى نِسَائِكُمْ هُنَّ لِبَاسٌ لَكُمْ وَأَنْتُمْ لِبَاسٌ لَهُنَّ عَلِمَ اللَّهُ أَنَّكُمْ كُنْتُمْ تَخْتَانُونَ أَنفُسَكُمْ فَتَابَ عَلَيْكُمْ وَعَفَا عَنْكُمْ فَالْآنَ بَاشِرُوهُنَّ وَابْتَغُوا مَا كَتَبَ اللَّهُ لَكُمْ وَكُلُوا وَاشْرَبُوا حَتَّى يَتَبَيَّنَ لَكُمُ الْخَيْطُ الْأَبْيَضُ مِنَ الْخَيْطِ الْأَسْوَدِ مِنَ الْفَجْرِ ثُمَّ أَتِمُّوا الصِّيَامَ إِلَى اللَّيْلِ وَلَا تُبَاشِرُوهُنَّ وَأَنْتُمْ عَاكِفُونَ فِي الْمَسَاجِدِ تِلْكَ حُدُودُ اللَّهِ فَلَا تَقْرَبُوهَا كَذَلِكَ يُبَيِّنُ اللَّهُ آيَاتِهِ لِلنَّاسِ لَعَلَّهُمْ يَتَّقُونَ. It has been made permitted for you on the night of the fast to have relations with your wives. They are a garment for you and you are a garment for them. Allah knew that you were merely betraying yourselves, and He had mercy upon you and pardoned you. Now go to them and seek that which Allah has written for you, and eat and drink until it becomes clear to you the white thread from the black thread at the time of the Fajr. Then complete the fast until the night, and do not approach them while you are in the masjids dedicated. Those are the boundaries of Allah, so do not come near to them. Likewise, Allah makes clear to you His signs for humanity so that they might have piety. Surah Al-Baqarah, ayah 187. So when Allah had said, it's been made permitted for you on the night of the fast approaching towards them, the reason for this ayah being revealed was that the companions, there was a case where a man slept before eating, and he also had a situation in which he had slept before eating and also before having sexual intercourse. And he, upon waking up, declared these two things impermissible for him until the time of iftar. An old man then came from the Ansar who was fasting, and he went to his family and he said, "What shall we do of this affair?" And they said, "We shall prepare the food for you." And he sat down his head and he slept. They then brought the food to him at the time of the iftar, and they said, "You have already slept, so now you must leave the food until your next fast." So the following morning he came to the Prophet ﷺ and informed him of this. Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anh stood up and he said, "Messenger of Allah, I wanted to go to my family in the night, But she said to me, no, I have slept. So I thought that she was preventing herself from me. So I went in unto her and we had relations. But she said to me, no, I have already slept. Do not approach me. You should not have approached me. So Allah the Exalted sent down this ayah regarding that man who was Umar ibn al-Khattab. Now this ayah is where Allah had said it's been made permitted for you in the night of the fast to approach your wives. And the old man from the Ansar, the rest of the ayah was sent down, eat and drink until the white thread becomes manifest from the black thread. And this is the understanding that has been mentioned by a whole gathering of scholars of commentary. As for the name of the particular Ansari companion, there are 4 names that were put forward regarding who the identity was of this person. The first is that it was Qais ibn Sarma, as said by Al-Bara. This is the first position. The second position is that it was Surma ibn Anas. And this was said by Al-Qasim ibn Muhammad. However, Abdur-Rahman ibn Abi Layla said, no, it is Surma ibn Malik. The third position is that it was Damra ibn Anas. And the fourth position is that it was Abu Qais ibn Umar. Now, it's been mentioned both these positions by Abu Bakr al-Khatib al-Baghdadi, in which it was joined between, to which the name of the companion in question, his name was Abu Qais Surma ibn Abi Anas Qais ibn Malik ibn Adi, which joins between all the names. As far as going on into the wives, Ibn Umar, Ibn Abbas, Mujahid, Ata, Al-Hasan, Ibn Jubayr, and others have said that it is referring to sexual intercourse. And when the Exalted One says in the ayah, they are a garment for you and you are a garment for them, Hunna libasun lakum wa antum libasun lahun. There are 2 things that are wisdoms in this ayah. Firstly, it is that the fact of it being compared to a garment means tranquility, calm, and repose. Like when Allah had said, جَعَلَ لَكُمُ اللَّيْلَ لِبَاسًا, and He, Allah, made for you the night as a repose and a calm. Surah Al-Furqan, the 25th Surah, Ayah 47. This ayah is referring to calm and repose, just as the ayah in Surah Al-Baqarah is as well. This is the understanding and statement of Ibn Abbas, Ibn Jubayr, Mujahid, and Qatada. Secondly, in the wisdom, is that it's referring to the place of what clothes represent, in which they are touching and they're directly next to one another. So when the person wears the clothes, they are right next to the body. And it is customarily known that the Arabs, they sometimes refer to their women as libas and izar because of the closeness and affinity that they feel towards their women. Close quote. So this is showing then that the Arabs in Arabic, how they feel regarding their women. Sometimes they use the expression hurma, which means holy or sacred. Sometimes they say libas, which is the clothing, izar, which is the loincloth, because they're close to them. They have an affinity towards them. So in this ayah, when it says that you are a garment for them, you are close to them, and they are close to you, that you are to share your time in the month of Ramadan, whether it is social time or whether it is sexual intercourse. Imam Al-Jawzi rahimahullah then says, quote, when the Exalted One said, Allah knew that you were only betraying yourselves, Ibn Qatada said that what was intended by that ayah is that you were betraying yourselves by thinking that this was something that was made haram for you. Ibn Abbas radiallahu anh said, this is referring to the action of Umar in that case, because he had sexual intercourse with his wife. And when he had made ghusl the following morning, he had great mourning in himself, and he wept for what he had done. The Exalted One says, so now approach them, your wives. The expression here, bashiruhunna, approach them, the root of it is mubashara, which means that the touching is skin to skin. And Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu says the intent of the touching here is sexual intercourse. And seek that which Allah has written for you. There are 4 wisdoms in that which Allah has written for you in this particular ayah. One is that it is referring to children, if pregnancy should result. As said by Ibn Abbas, Al-Hasan, and Mujahid, among others. Some of the ulama say that it is referring to the foreplay that occurs before sexual intercourse. He, Allah, made this permissible for them and made sexual intercourse permissible, which it is for the purpose of the enjoyment and for the producing of the children. The second wisdom is that which Allah has written for you is referring to the fact that Allah has given you dispensation that has not been given to other nations before you. This was mentioned by Qatada and Ibn Zayd. Thirdly, that which Allah has written for you is referring to Laylatul Qadr, the night of power. As said by Abu Al-Jawzi from Ibn Abbas, fourthly, it is the Quran. So the meaning of the statement, seek what Allah has written for you, is meaning follow that which has been given in the Quran. So what has been made halal for you and you've been ordered to do it, then you should seek it. And this is also the understanding of Az-Zujaj.